Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Side Hustle Sam. I hope you're all doing great today and Happy New Year. It is 2023 and we're excited to get into the new year and see all the new things that the new year is going to bring. It is really going to be a great year. 2023 is going to be a wonderful and amazing year. Let me show you a few things that I've been working on since the last episode. Well, I'm going to begin by giving you a short tour of the headquarters office. It's a little bit messy right now. We've been very busy, and you see I've got a display of home phones that I'm getting ready to list and get put onto the website. But this is my shipping. This is my not the shipping area. This is my photographing area, just to remind you of what we got here. And then I've got my shelves and all the good stuff over here. And then this is some of my death pile that I haven't listed yet that I'm getting ready to list. But if you walk around here, I've got my shelves all stacked up. And see, I got this thing is just as packed as it can be, in the center of the room here. And then you walk in here, I have, I need to take the lock off the door. But this has totally changed since the last time you were in here. I have moved all of those cots out of the way. I've gotten a couple of new shelves. And if you're wondering where the cots are now in a storage building. I'll pop a picture up here so you can see what the storage building looks like. But this is my new inventory room. I've got much better organized now than it was before. I just had these 3 shelves here, but now I've got these 2 additional shelves. And walking back here to this other room, I'm starting to take the house back. It was overcome by the boxes and everything because of all that we were doing. And this is more of death pile stuff. This is an extra shelf, and if you recall, I had all of those DVDs and VCR players, and I've actually gotten a soldering iron kit that I'm going to use to see if I can fix some of them. I don't know if I will be able to fix them, any of them, but I will give it a try and see what happens. So it can't hurt. They're not doing anybody any good, just sitting there and not operational as it is. So that's the setup that I've got now. So I had an amazing Christmas. It was a really nice time. Got a drone for Christmas this year, something that I've been wanting for a little while now, and I'm going to put some of the footage of that drone flight here. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of narrating here as we go through this clip here. Show you a little bit of our neighborhood. This is me flying the drone up around the neighborhood. You see the White House, that's our rental house, and the one next to it, that's our house. And as we pan around a little bit more, you can see the house that's next to ours that we also refer to as the cat house sometimes. And then you can see our cul-de-sac down at the end of the street. And it's really a nice little neighborhood. Can't complain too much. As we're looking around, I'm going to go a little bit higher, kind of testing the limits of the drone. I'm going to go up a little bit. And then I'm going to pan around a little bit more in the neighborhood. Now you can see a little bit more of the neighborhood. You can see the house at the end of the street. And this is right in front of our property where the drone is flying. So it's just, I put it up about maybe 30 feet in the air. Pretty cool. I think it's neat. As I pan around to the left, you'll see the house that I'm working on. That I've shown a video of, that I'm trying to get ready for another rental house. And then you can see some other houses in the neighborhood. And I didn't realize it, but as the drone starts panning down a little bit, you'll see my neighbor. Apparently I got his attention by flying the drone in the neighborhood. So he came out. He wanted to take a look and see what was going on. So that's him in his pajamas and his house coat, I guess. And so I panned the drone back around, come down to about eye level, and now I'm just kind of flying it around about eye level to see how that looks. I'm going to rotate it around again clockwise here in just a second. And as I do that, you'll see the houses again. There we go. That's my house. It's going around now. I didn't realize it as I was catching this, but he is actually going to pull out his hand pistol and shoot my drone down with his little hand pistol. Isn't that cool? This guy is something else. He is a real humdinger. Anyway, he doesn't see me down the street where he's doing his little hand pistol, shooting my drone down with his finger. But I thought it was kind of funny, and so I also heard him asking the kids which one of them was flying the drone. Well, obviously they weren't flying the drone because they were playing basketball. But I decided to pick a little bit and go go in a little closer and see if he would do anything else. So I moved the drone a little bit closer, and I panned around to the right again. And this time he didn't bite, so that was good. I guess at that point he had already seen me, so he wasn't wanting to create an issue. But he's standing there in his PJs, just drinking his coffee, and I guess he's having a good time. But that's the flight of the drone from my neighborhood and my Christmas present. That was fun. I crashed one of the drones, ended up sending it back and getting another one. But the drone is really a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed flying it so far. Took it out and made a few venture flights with it in my neighborhood, and you'll see those. That'll be the next clip where I'm walking around and flying the drone in the neighborhood. Actually got it up to a pretty high spot. And then yesterday, when I was taking it around the neighborhood, I went to the next street over and flew my drone, and all of a sudden the drone just shot up in the air about 50 foot high. I was not sure what was going on. I thought, oh my goodness, I've lost a second drone. And what happened was, apparently this drone has a GPS system on board where when your battery is running a little bit low, it'll automatically return to the place where it started. So that's a pretty cool feature of the drone. And another cool feature of the drone is that it will follow you wherever you want it to go. So we'll see. I'll be putting out some more drone videos as time goes on, but I want to make sure we keep the focus of this channel on the side hustles that I'm doing. And if you're new to this channel, the side hustles that I do are eBay, and I do short-term rentals with Airbnb. Now, I closed one of my short-term rental houses just the end of this year, because it's getting more and more difficult to have guests that appreciate what you have. So what I did was I turned the one I call Pine Place into a long-term rental, and now I just have one short-term rental with Airbnb, and that is Magnolia Place. And I just had to put a roof on Magnolia Place. I'm going to tell you a little bit about another one of the long-term rentals I have. It used to be a short-term rental, but I called it Azalea Place. But at the beginning of last year, I made it into a long-term rental, and I had a little bit of difficulty with it recently. Had my person that was living in there, he was paying his rent on time every month, no problem whatsoever. And then at the beginning of last month, we weren't able to catch up with each other, so I went to the house to collect the check, or to collect the payment for the month, and I heard a dog inside. And I have a very strict policy about no pets. I don't allow pet in my rentals whatsoever because of the damage that they cause. Look at this stove. I'll be popping up a few pictures here to show you the damages that this particular guest's dog caused. But what ended up happening is this guest, this tenant, I should say, not guest, because that would be more like a short-term rental, but this tenant brought this dog into the house, and the dog created a lot of damage. Look at this. That dog has chewed up the chairs, chewed up the corners here and here. Chewed up the cabinets. See if there's any other damage.
Yes.
Yeah, this is how he left this. Knocking tile out all over the place.
Does this belong to us?
Yeah, but I'm gonna throw it out.
Oh, take me and I'll pour it up.
The dog chewed that up. The door, bottom of the door, the dog chewed.
Look at this. Look at this.
Look at this carpet.
Get this.
The dog did all that.
Let's go ahead and use the toilet.
He left this toilet in this condition. You want a mask?
No, it's good.
Alright, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. Look what the dog did to this chair, Carol. Look at this chair.
I was showing you the dog tore this chair up too. Basically tore up everything we had. Of course, there's our bed.
The dog has torn up the bed.
Carpet. Let's get this carpet. Get this carpet.
At least the dog didn't tear up this dresser. That's good. And that carpet. All this carpet's going to have to be replaced. The carpet is destroyed. I'll have to pull all that carpet out. The house smells like a dog. The corners of the windows are chewed up. The corners of some of the cabinets are chewed up. It's just, it's going to take a little bit of work to get it back ready to rent out again. And of course, I'm going to be much more careful about who I let rent. It's the tenants like this that make it difficult for the good tenants to get into affordable housing, because they just end up costing the landlord so much money. But I have digressed. To make a long story short, we're going to get this house, we're going to get the carpet pulled up, do a little painting here and there, try to fix the cabinets as much as we can, and then rent it back out as a long-term rental. I don't think I'm going to try to do the short-term rentals with Airbnb any more than I have to, just because of the hassle that it creates with your tenants and all that stuff. So enjoy the drone flight. And as I've been talking, you know, I've been popping up pictures of all the damage that was caused by these by this tenant. He ended up just abandoning the property and leaving it without you know, anybody there. So I had all the utilities put back into my name, and we're ready to go forward. Sometimes you just have to take it on the chin when you're doing rental business. So anyway, enjoy the footage from the drone, and I'm going to do some dubs where I'm going to talk during the footage. A neighbor across the street, he didn't know that I was flying the drone. He couldn't see me down the street, and he pulled out his hand, and you can see him take his hand and pull it out like this and shoot my drone with his finger. So I thought that was kind of funny. Anyway, enjoy the footage, and we'll see you in a second. Well, I promised you that I would do a what sold video, and I am going to hold true to that promise, but it's not going to be on this video. I think I've already gone long enough. But I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you did enjoy today's video. If you did, please give it a comment and like and give it a thumbs up, and also hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I do a video again. But in the meantime, I hope that you have a wonderful 2023, and I hope that is very prosperous for you. I hope that you put God first in your life, and if you do that, everything else will be okay. I think that every day is a blessing, and we have so many blessings being in the United States of America. Even though there are a few things that could be improved upon, I think that we're doing a lot of things right. So in the meantime, I hope you will join us for the next video, and we will look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.